listening to The Announcer's Table with Daryl and Ian. This podcast is presented by RingIcon.com, the social networking site for wrestlers, fans, promoters, and everything indie wrestling. Log on today and create your profile, and as always, enjoy the show.
Hey guys, this is Daryl.
I'm Jimmy the Superfly Stuka.
Oh, I'm Ian. I forgot. Never mind.
Woo!
Yeah, I really screwed that up. But that's Daryl. I'm Ian, and this is the Announcer's Table presented by RingIcon.com. You can check out our videos at youtube.com/ringicon. You can also see our updates and things like that on ringicon.com. So.
Yeah, I got some interesting news today that I have already put out on ringicon.com. I know I texted you about it earlier. It's been confirmed that coming up in a future interview show that we will have none other than CC Devlin.
That's right.
I'm excited about that. He's been in the business a really long time.
Oh, yeah.
One of his sons is now really breaking into the business. And so it's kind of neat.
Chunga, Chimichanga.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, he's kind of funny. Junior. Don't
like
forget
that.
Junior.
Oh, yeah, Junior.
And so it's kind of neat seeing him, and so I can't wait for that interview. And then we have another interview coming up that we're going to be doing. The woman, Krista Prater. She's married to the man, Scott Prater. And it's going to be interesting getting her take on being a promoter, a woman promoter in a typically guy business.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see what she has to say. She always has a lot to say. So I'm curious.
Sure.
I can't wait to see how that unfolds.
Yeah,
So,
but today is the pros.
pros.
So let's talk about Raw this week.
Raw, I think they're hitting it right now. They're really hitting their stride. I don't think there's really been a bad Raw.
Yeah, we thought last week was kind of iffy.
Yeah.
But this week was pretty good. I mean, it was decent.
I liked it. I thought overall it was pretty good.
Yeah.
We was talking earlier before we started taping about Big E Langston and Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, and I think that I don't know if it's been announced yet because everybody was thinking that it would just be Big E versus Dolph. I mean, that's just kind of what it was leaning up to be.
Yeah.
But it actually looks like, I think, that it'll be Big E tagging with AJ against Dolph Ziggler and
Kalen.
in a mixed tag match, because I think they want to get women on the card for the pay-per-views, but I don't think they want to do a solo women's match. So I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, it'd be curious to see. I mean, it kind of makes sense. You know, I mean, it's not very far-fetched that could actually happen.
Except on Monday, I think Kalen accidentally screwed Dolph Ziggler over. She didn't mean to. She was trying to just get back at AJ, but she kind of screwed him over. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. There's still 2 weeks till the pay-per-view, or a week and a half, really. So not this Sunday, but the next Sunday.
Well, one thing I'm curious about seeing is Bray Wyatt is finally going to wrestle.
Right.
Okay, and he's
we were talking about this a couple weeks ago. We're glad that it's not a six-man tag or something. It's actually Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. And because his other two guys have been wrestling quite a bit, and so I'm curious. I mean, I've obviously we've seen him wrestle. We know it's not his first gimmick, but I'm curious to see him wrestle. If he's going to have a different kind of style, if he's going to do things a little differently. I already like his kind of finishing move type thing that he's doing, where he's kissing him on the forehead and spinning him over. But I'm curious to see where the story's going with Kane. And then Kane came out, as y'all saw, and announced something about an Inferno match. So it hasn't been quite confirmed yet. So I'm excited to see if it's going to be that typical Inferno match where they have the fire all the way around the ring. And
I mean, it was implied that it would be an Inferno match. I kind of caught a different vibe after that with the announcers. They were kind of brushing it off from an Inferno match. But that could have just been, misinformation on their earbuds or something. I don't know. But, I mean, so it could be an Inferno match, which would be awesome. We hadn't seen one in a while.
Yeah.
So, I mean, especially two guys that say they're the devil's demons, Yeah. So...
And the whole thing that Bray Wyatt keeps saying about follow the buzzards.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious about what does that mean?
Yeah.
You know, is that going to go somewhere? Because he's been saying it a lot and directed to Kane. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he's attacked a lot of people, but that's the main target that they always keep coming back to.
Yeah.
So, I'm curious to see how that's going. So overall, I thought Raw's pretty decent.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I'm trying to remember exactly what happened.
Oh, you know what I'm excited about, and I saw CM Punk and Brock Lesnar got into it again.
Yeah.
Obviously, and I saw it as soon as it happened. I saw it happen when CM Punk jumped off the table. He hit his chin right on top of Brock Lesnar's head. And I'm like, oh man! I said to myself, man, that looked like it really hurt. And then there's a spot in the ring where he was turning, and you can see
the
right
blood
here.
on his,
He ended up having to have stitches.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, but all in all, I've been very pleased with their back and forth of fighting.
Yeah, which it's been good, but it's been small amounts and it's been quick. I'm kind of interested to see how a full-blown match will go between them, because Brock Lesnar is definitely a bigger man than CM Punk. But I thought that it would be a slower match between CM Punk and Undertaker, and that was definitely not the case. So I expect something pretty big between the two.
I think it could really be a good match. I mean, I don't think Brock Lesnar's the best wrestler. I think he's good, but CM Punk has a tendency to just bring out the best in everybody.
Yeah, I mean, for it coming up or in the pay-per-view, it'll be probably a little bit before John Cena and Daniel Bryan. And so, I mean, that's going to be pretty good. I mean,
I'm kind of excited about that. I really like Daniel Bryan. I'm so thankful. I was gonna be so pissed if he actually cut off his beard, and so I'm glad he has that kind of look-alike shirt. Since the beard is here, because John Cena has the champ is here. And so I'm like, all right, that looks pretty neat. So
I don't. They won't get rid of the beard anytime soon.
It's making them too much money right now because they got the Fear the Beard shirt, and now the beard is here. So, well, speaking of John Cena and Daniel Bryan,
which they were on another show,
called Total Divas.
Yeah, they were. Because they're dating Brie and Nikki Bella.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan's dating Brie. John Cena's dating Nikki. And the way to tell is Nikki has some bigger boobs. That's John Cena's woman.
Yeah, I made the mistake of telling my girlfriend that's how I distinguished them, and that didn't go over too well. So
they're twins. You got to distinguish them somehow. One got a boob job, so I mean, it kind of.
Yeah, but I mean, you probably shouldn't just. I guess I don't know, but
you probably should.
Yeah, I should. But
all right. So either way, the show I'm kind of digging it. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of digging it. Now I don't wait up till 10 o'clock Sunday nights and try and watch it. I just catch it on the night when it comes on demand or something, which is like the next day or next couple of days or something. But there's been a lot of feedback right now that it's too scripted.
Yeah.
They don't think it's too.
Yeah, because I mean the whole episode was about Brie and Daniel Bryan going to see where John Cena lives
and how they live, and how John Cena is a multi-millionaire to where he's had movie deals and all that kind of stuff. So he's got the huge house. Yeah, he has he's worth 30 something million or something right now.
So his stuff is extremely extravagant and things like that. And on the other hand, you have Daniel Bryan, which is still fairly new to the WWE. I wouldn't say really new, but his pay scale isn't quite up
not quite up there.
But I mean, you got to admit, Daniel Bryan has to be making some
killer
money.
No doubt. I think he's
even on a low
money.
end card, you're still making good money in WWE.
Merchandise sales is through the roof.
Yeah. Well, this was so.
This was before the whole beard stuff.
Right. So, he had his beard. I think they filmed it. Well, obviously they filmed this back at WrestleMania, and he was pretty big at WrestleMania.
Yeah, true.
So, but the whole thing is that they went to Daniel Bryan's house to show John Cena and Nikki Bella how Daniel Bryan lives and that kind of thing. And so it'll be, it's interesting. It's not spectacular by any means. But
it's his childhood home, and and that's how he lives.
But the big thing about that whole episode, and one of the main things about the episode was about an ad playing.
Yeah, let me go right into an ad.
But
Thanks, producer, for telling me to pull that up.
But the main part of the episode was actually about
Eva Marie.
Eva Marie.
And her lying, because her bid to actually get on the main roster, and her lying and saying she can dance, and then come to find out she has this mystery boyfriend, now fiance, but she took her ring off and went on a date with Fandango, and then she's been playing Fandango the whole time, trying, wooing him.
Don't
and
tell everybody the plot. Don't
ruin.
But
I mean, then she felt uncomfortable because he started throwing it back, and I'm like, you're the one that kind of And then, but one of my favorite parts was when she got up there, she couldn't dance. Fandango walked over, said something, and they go, "You go do it again?" He goes, "No, I'm not doing this again," and walked out.
Yeah.
Then she got called out by Stephanie McMahon, and that's just not setting it up good.
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, that probably was pretty scripted, but it was still entertaining.
Yeah,
and
I'm entertained by it. I'm not.
Yeah.
It doesn't suck. I mean, it's not the Kardashians.
Obviously,
tell me you don't like that shit.
No.
Okay.
but I mean, the whole idea that it's behind the scenes and that sort of thing is pretty cool. So.
All right. Well, we already talked about it more than what we wanted to talk about it. But the funny thing is, it's funny and sad all at the same time.
Yeah.
Is Impact is doing so bad that the Total Divas is beating Impact in the ratings.
Yeah, which is really bad. But at the same time, you have to kind of give it to WWE. Is that one? It's the WWE name, and two, they have been promoting the hell out of that show. You know what I mean? Putting commercials on every channel.
And it comes on right after Raw. The repeat comes on right after Raw.
So, I mean, they definitely promote it 10 times more than TNA ever promotes anything.
So that's going to happen. But here's an interesting fact. I don't know if you've heard it yet or not. Everybody else who watches this, Wrestle fans probably have. Kurt Angle, after last Thursday's episode, got arrested for DUI. Yeah, I can't even speak. DUI, and it's his third offense. And so he has now promptly checked himself into rehab. So I'm curious to see how that plays out at the next pay-per-view or the next big show.
Yeah, was he scheduled to wrestle him? Oh, he was the big tag match.
Yeah, there's the five main event Mafia versus 5 Aces and Eights, and whoever takes the fall is gone from TNA. So I'm curious to see how that works out, what his plans are. Another thing, and we both talked about how disappointed we was. You actually tweeted Dixie Carter.
Yeah, tweeted
or TNA.
Dixie Carter.
You tweeted Dixie Carter.
Well, we'll talk about it, but the whole thing is we talked last week about the mystery person coming to the August Spectacular or whatever.
Yeah, August 1st.
August 1st thing.
Yeah.
And how it was such a big deal, and then there it is.
Right there. Tito. We could have timed that perfect.
Tito Ortiz.
Yeah.
I mean, he's if you don't know who he is, because I didn't quite know who he was at first. From that picture, and from watching it, I was like,
yeah. Now,
is that Kurt Angle's brother?
As soon as you walked out, I knew exactly. I'm a huge MMA fan, so I knew exactly who it was when he walked out, and I was just utterly disappointed. Not that I don't like Tito Ortiz, but he is not a wrestler. Just like my feelings are the same with Rampage. It's just a big publicity thing because Bellator is getting ready to have their first ever pay-per-view.
Right.
And so Tito and Rampage are going to headline the pay-per-view. So it's just a publicity thing. It sucks. It let down the TNA fans. It let down wrestling fans. It was horrible. I was really upset. I was really pissed about the whole thing. Venting my feelings towards you, I'm like, it's stupid.
Yeah, I mean, it's a waste of their money. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I honestly think it's a waste of their money. It's not going to get them any further with the wrestling fans or wrestling crowd. and really they just kind of sold out. I think they kind of just sold out for a sponsorship with Bella.
Well, Bellator is kind of working now hand in hand with TNA. Or
yeah, and that's what I mean is that
they got to do something. They're bleeding money. They're having to cut talent. The last live show they did barely drew anything. I think it was like 1,400 people showed up.
Yeah,
which is really bad. Okay, I mean, and it's just they got to do something. They fired Bruce Pritchard, so Eric Bischoff is taking over head writing, and so I don't think the storylines are going to change that much, But they need to do something. They got to do something. A cool thing is Magnus did sign a 2-year extension to stay with TNA. I really like Magnus.
Wonder how much they cost that.
Well, he said it came down to the wire and it had to work out. He said each time, every time he's up, his contract has gotten better and better because he tweeted about it earlier. And so I'm excited for that. I really like him. I think he does good. Now Chris Sabin has been partnering a lot with Main Event Mafia now, and as you saw in the scroll by that just went by a few minutes ago, he's going to be partnering with somebody in Main Event Mafia versus tonight versus last night versus Devon and Bully Ray. So Team 3D will be back together.
I don't know. It's just it's a disappointment. I mean, what we started to say earlier is that right after the reveal of Tito Ortiz, Dixie Carter came out and said or tweeted surprised, and then I tweeted her from Ring Icon. I said disappointed because that's what we always are. I mean, it's always a disappointment from.
You know what? It kind of reminds me, and I was having a conversation with my brother the other day, and he's a big wrestling fan, and it kind of reminds me of the last year or two of WCW when Vince Russo came out and.
Yeah, but WWE's not going to bail him out this time.
It started going downhill, and what's funny is something got posted up today, and it's like a joking thing. Who was a better heavyweight champion, David Arquette or Vince Russo?
David Arquette.
Yeah, I would say David Arquette, but I mean over Vince. I was thinking the same thing, but I mean see, look here, they got Magnus is right now in the top for the Bound for Glory points. He's like 20-something points ahead.
So, I mean, that's pretty much it for TNA, right?
Yeah, there's nothing else for it. They got to do something, man.
Something I wanted to kind of go back to, we kind of missed on, which is pretty big, is that last Friday on SmackDown, they had a 3-way match with Randy Orton, RVD, and Christian for the number 1 contender. And the person
Christian won, right?
Yeah, Christian won the number 1 contender, so he is going to go against Alberto Del Rio for the title, for the World Heavyweight title at SummerSlam. That's been set up.
I heard about that they mentioned that on Raw, but as you know, I really one, I always forget SmackDown comes on, and 2, I'm very rarely home on Friday nights.
It was a really good match. Yeah. I mean, Randy Orton and RVD in the ring together. It was really good. One of the best moves I've seen in a long time. It was really cool. RVD lays down Randy Orton for the Rolling Thunder.
Yeah.
He's parallel to the ropes. He rolls in, about to jump up for the Rolling Thunder. Randy Orton jumps up by the time he hops in the air and then does his power slam, his spinning power slam.
Oh, wow.
Like, instantly. And it was just really cool.
My brother said that they was chanting, "This is awesome."
Yeah, they were. I mean, it was a great match. So I hope that I see some Randy Orton and some RVD matches.
Wow.
That
was
cool.
I'm about to go back and watch that now. I missed it.
Yeah, I mean, it was really good for the main event. I'm disappointed that Christian won just because I would like to see RVD in a title shot and actually winning a title, but I mean, he's got a year.
Well, I heard a rumor of something about Christian may retire this year. This may be his last year wrestling.
That won't disappoint me. I think he's boring. I mean,
but he's Captain Charisma. Come on.
well, there's no charisma for him. I don't know. But,
that makes me kind of. I'm going to have to go back and check that match out.
So, I mean, that's a match that has been set up this week for SummerSlam. Christian and Alberto Del Rio.
Well,
and
like
Alberto Del Rio's
I saw that he
ring announcer came
beat up
back.
his ring announcer.
Yeah. His ring announcer was out. They say for an injury, but we know it was because he failed a drug test.
Yeah,
so they suspended him for a month. So he came back, and so now he's gotten beat up by Alberto Del Rio. So I don't really know where that's going.
I don't want to see him disappear, though. I liked him.
Yeah.
I really liked him with Alberto Del Rio. But maybe now they're going to branch him off, and because he can actually wrestle. And so maybe he'll start wrestling now. So
Yeah,
I'm curious to see that.
But now that we've done a full circle and we're back to Raw, I think that was pretty much it for the pros this week.
Yeah, nothing else I got going.
So, check out next week. We're actually going to be doing the announcer's take on a DVD. We watched
the top 50 finish moves of all time. He is very excited about number one. I adamantly disagree with number one.
So tune in next Thursday. You'll see the announcer's take for a review of that DVD, and we'll talk about it. So in the meantime, if you want to watch it, it's on Netflix. It's just the top 50 moves, and so you'll find it in the WWE section.
Yeah, just type in WWE, and you'll see, everything they do. Because there's a couple other ones I wanted to talk to you about watching. But it's going to be great. We got a lot of great stuff coming up for you. Remember, hit us up. Anything you want to see, you want us to review, anything you want to talk about, discuss, let us know.
Yep. So until next week, this is the announcer's table. We're just talking about the take. So this is the announcer's table presented by ringicon.com, where you can create a profile and share your wrestling experiences with the world.
Exactly.
So.